I can't believe we get to witness this right now as Zeev Buium is putting on an absolute show at the World Hockey Championships with this nasty assist to Tage Thompson against Kazakhstan and picking up 2 more assists in their most recent game here, this secondary one on the Nazar goal. Buium is proving to the whole NHL, the whole world hockey community, just how much of a star he's going to be. We have to dive into his stats and how unbelievable his performance has been, but it's not just him we got to talk about, Mark. Of course, the Marco Rossi stuff. I know, maybe you're tired of it, but there is a very interesting team that was named in a recent article, one we haven't discussed too much in trade talks that I think will intrigue you. We got a bunch of great stuff coming up on this episode of Wild Digest, but quick reminder, guys, still a ton of you, 84% are not subscribed. We are like 20 subs away from 1,500, and you know we got that goal at 2,000 by the end of May. We're getting close, so hey, if you enjoy the daily content, hit the free button down below. Mark, let's start here with some more Marco Rossi stuff. And I know you can feel free to skip ahead to Buium. There's going to be a timestamp, but I think you'll want to stick around for this. Now, this article from Bleacher Report, it'll be linked down below. We talked about it yesterday with Montreal and Pittsburgh, but the most recent team is also in the Metro Division, and it's the New York Islanders. And in this article, they go on to say how Stefan Rosner of the Hockey News actually suggested, that's the Islanders' top beat reporter, by the way, or one of their top beat reporters, I should say. He suggested that Rossi and Gabe Vilardi could very well be offer sheet targets for the New York Islanders, considering, there's an anticipated signing cost somewhere, probably for both of them, $6.5 million, based on Coronado, whatever. But if Rossi's not interested in an offer sheet, Mark, I just wanted to get into how insane this offer proposal is. Now, please read the original article. No hate towards it. But the fact that they dangle a first rounder and JG Pageau, to me, is just almost insulting on the Marco Rossi front. Even if you offer him $7 million a year, you're getting a first and a third. And I know Pageau is a great player, 42 points this year, the top faceoff guy in the league. What do you make of the Islanders as a trade partner and this package for Marco Rossi?
I mean, the biggest thing is you might as well let him get offer sheeted at this point. Yes, Pageau has value. Yes, he can come in as your third line center, but he'd be a good third line center behind Rossi himself. There's no point to let Rossi go, bring in another third line center to this team, get a first round pick. You might as well go out and try to get more value from another team, or just hope that you do end up getting a first and a third. Now, listen, the Islanders first might be worth a lot, but we don't know what's going to happen with that team going into the next season.
Yeah, it's tough right now because, the Islanders, to me, Mark, look, there's a lot of talk about Marc Bergevin probably being their next GM. It's a little unpredictable as to what his plan would be. He's made some moves like trading away Max Pacioretty in the past, but also he's made a lot of win now moves. So the future of the Islanders is a bit up in the air. Of course, coming off Lou Lamoriello, and now you have a guy like Noah Dobson who needs to be extended long term. You have a contract in Bo Horvat that he's a great player, but he's potentially getting moved. I mean, if you're the Islanders, getting younger with a guy like Rossi, if that's the kind of package, I totally wouldn't mind it. But do you think, I know at that point we're saying maybe you might as well get offer sheeted, but if we're working with a framework here, and I want to hear from the fans as well, of Pageau, one of their firsts, plus maybe another first or at least a second and a third down the line, that kind of package could be more enticing to me. And again, letting him get offer sheeted, Rossi would have to sign in New York as well. Who knows if he'd be promised a big role, because again, if they're going to go all in again, then maybe he'll get a bit blocked, or if they're blowing it up, why would he want to go there? So there's a lot of question marks too, but do you think that's at least a framework the Wild could work around, even if not from the Islanders, that kind of value from another team?
I mean, yeah, I think you need to go with the first, a prospect, maybe a roster player. People kind of underestimate, and I know Wilds fans don't, but people of other teams might look at this and say, hey, he played fourth line minutes in the playoffs. This kid's not worth a lot, but when you look at his overall scheme of how he played this year, 60 points, up and coming star in this league. I shouldn't say star, but he has the potential to be a star. There's a lot of value with Rossi. And I mean, the biggest thing with New York, they have Barzal, Horvat. Why would Rossi want to go there and play third line center when he can just be a second line center on the Minnesota Wild if they do end up keeping him?
Well, I mean, again, that comes down to what the Wild are willing to pay him. I feel like we're saying the same stuff all the time, but this is we're starting to get into trade packages that start to make a little bit more sense. We're seeing some more fair offers. Now, we had to modify this one, but again, let's hear your thoughts on the Islanders as a trade partner. I don't see it. This is, I think, an insane low ball, but I want to hear your guys' opinion. But look, let's move on to something more positive here now. We got to talk about Zeev Buium here. And just another tweet to highlight this from MNW Young Guns. Zeev Buium had an excellent third period in the game against Czechia, recording 2 assists and 1 shot in Team USA's 5-2 victory. And again, against Kazakhstan, he had his other point in the tournament this, Mark. He has been so good this year. Again, of course, you see a lot of entries for 2024-25 here. Played in the playoffs with the Wild. With the University of Denver, do we need to say it again? 48 points in 41 games. The Blue under-20 team, the Team USA under-20, and now the World Hockey Championships. 3 points in 5 games, and we'll just roll the highlight reel. This assist to Tage Thompson, this rush, I know it's Kazakhstan, whatever, but Zeev Buium, Mark, is putting on a show, again, showing how offensively gifted he is, looking like he's absolutely at home with some of the biggest names and best players in the entire world, and I'm glad that he is putting the rest of the world on notice as to just how good he expects to be going into next season.
I mean, if you want to pull the list up again, it's crazy how much hockey this kid has played this year from every international, NHL, college. He's done everything he can. And I think a full 82 games under Zeev is going to just show even more how good this kid actually is. He gets some hate because of his play in the playoffs, but I don't even think he played bad. Yes, he has rookie mistakes. He's a young guy coming straight from college into the NHL level, but just seeing how he's dominating and playing at this World Championship, it's going to be awesome to see him come game one of the playoffs next year. And I think his role is going to be honestly a lot bigger than some people might think at this point.
Yeah, and I want to just dive into that too, because again, we know the Wild, we have a lot of solid defensemen, right? Like it's a very solid D-core, both down the left and the right side, for now and for the future. But when it comes to Zeev Buium, again, he was that third pairing guy. When it came to playoffs, he got some time, and then he was pulled out of the lineup for a more stabilizing presence in John Merrill, which is fair. I mean, it's a rookie guy who's played a lot of hockey this year, but coming into next year, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if right off the bat, we're seeing Zeev Buium start to log close to like 16, 17, 18 minutes a night. But my big question to you and to the fans, like, is he the PP1 quarterback right away? I think his offensive skills, like, if we didn't see enough from college, if we didn't see enough for Team USA in other aspects, we're now seeing at the World Hockey Championship, while, you know, maybe not quarterbacking the power play there, he's just showing his absolutely insane offensive talent. And look, they were running him as the PP1 quarterback in practice prior to his debut in the playoffs. Like, they're planning for something big with him. Do you think day one he gets that role? Because honestly, I'm starting to just like, I don't think there's any doubt at this point based on what we're seeing.
I mean, the big thing is, yes, I think it's 100% sure he's going to get onto this power play one because we've seen it going into the playoffs. They had trust in him going into his first experience in the NHL in the midst of a playoff. So going into next season, full 82 games, as I said, to work into this role. And the big thing and a factor people don't look at, this gives Faber some more time to play on the penalty kill, more big minutes, and not really get drained having to play all special team units as a top guy, plus the top line minutes, shutting down top competition. I think the benefit of having Zeev on the power play one, not only is he outstanding and gifted offensively, but it does help the rest of the team and evens out the lines, in my opinion.
I'm really excited to see what he has to bring next year, because just watching him in this tournament is like, again, like, he stands out. And that's what I love most about this. Is he absolutely perfect? Well, no one is. But I mean, Team USA looks great. Zeev Buium himself looks like, I feel like I couldn't get more hyped for the future of the Minnesota Wild. This is such a big offseason. There's going to be so many big moves. But again, bringing in some of these young guys is going to be, and seeing their development is going to be one of the best things moving forward. Hoping for a big year from Wallstedt, a big bounce back year. Hoping for a massive year from Zeev Buium. Danila Yurov coming and joining the team. Liam Ogren poised for a breakout. Not to mention the jumps that we're going to see from a guy like Boldy. Kaprizov contract signing. Oh, I know, I can't wait. And I know you guys can't wait either. And hey, if you want to stay up to date on all the latest news, this is the spot to be. Hit that free sub button down below, because we will be here all offseason long. I'm Josh Gosse, my co-host, Mark Pye. We'll catch you in the next one.